What's up, y'all? This Lil WB at SlabOgsTv back at again with another interview. Well, not really an interview, you know what I'm saying? Today we gonna kind of recap about 2024. A lot of people always ask me like my personal opinion on the slab, or just ask me my favorite videos I done did. So I think every year at the end of the year for the last, you know what I'm saying, Friday of the year, I'm pretty much just kind of talk about recap the whole year, you know what I'm saying? Just some of the questions that people might ask me or just kind of tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, how my year went, you know what I'm saying, as being the person that's interviewing these people and learning a lot of these knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and being a young nigga and actually learning from the OGs and getting game from it and applying it to my own car, you know what I'm saying. 2024, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of the year that my car I really started really working on it. I've been having it for a minute, you know what I'm saying, but I really started working on it 2024. It ain't out, you know what I'm saying. By the time y'all see this video, you know what I'm saying, by the next Friday, it ain't gonna be out, you know what I'm saying, but it's gonna be pretty much close, you know what I'm saying, to be done. So we're gonna talk about, I think 2024 started with episode 103, I think, up until now. I don't know where it's at now. Maybe 254, something like that. This interview might be 254. Uh, One thing that I definitely did notice, you know what I'm saying, while I was going back before I did this video, you know what I'm saying, just going back through the video, through the interviews that I did 2024. One thing I realized, man, it's a lot of OGs that I got that I never would have thought I was gonna get. Like D Hines. I didn't necessarily think I was gonna get D Hines. Pooper. I know Pooper didn't stay in Texas no more, you know what I'm saying? But I caught him, recently up here. Jewel, Larry, Pee Wee for sure. Keith Babin, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I could always got Keith Babin, but you know what I'm saying? It was like a little stretch, but man, I got it on here. I got him on here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like 2024, when I think about it, I interviewed a lot more OGs. When I sit back and think about it, a lot of the OGs in the game that people, Melvin Terry, Stephon, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of OGs in the game. A lot of people never even really knew what they looked like, or they might have heard their face, heard their name, you know what I'm saying? Man, I got them on the interview. Those interviews to me be real special to me, you know what I'm saying? I always get butterflies, you know what I'm saying, when I'm doing the interview, just because I'm learning butterflies in my stomach, just because I'm learning about the history of another person's neighborhood, another person's life, you know what I'm saying? And like I said on the last video I dropped on Monday, you know what I'm saying, SlabOgsTv, it's a conglomerate of all of us learning and all of us getting the knowledge. And like I said in the video that I dropped on Monday, you know what I'm saying, we all writing our own history book, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else is writing this history book for us, you know what I'm saying? We all here together, you know what I'm saying, writing this history book, you know what I'm saying, as we do interviews, videos, you know what I'm saying, we talk in the comment box below, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the OGs that I did interview in this year, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them, man, it was just like at all, you know what I'm saying? I think the most memorable one though is Keith Babin, you know what I'm saying? We really could have sat there all day, all night, you know what I'm saying, at his spot, sitting there talking and chopping up game, you know what I'm saying? He really could have kept going, you know what I'm saying? But I had to stop it, just because it was going, longer and longer. And I definitely want to get him on the channel again one day. Uh, but yeah, Keith Babin was definitely one of them that you hear the name, you see the pictures, you know what I'm saying? And man, when I did the interview with him, it was like he was like painting a movie in my head, you know what I'm saying? That's when a lot of people always ask me, what interviews are hard to do or what interviews are easy to do, you know what I'm saying? I think the easy ones to do is the ones that, it's a story behind it, you know what I'm saying? Keith Babin had a hell of a story, just what he went through in the streets, the music game, just the South Side of Houston, living in the South Park area, like I said, the music, and then going to jail, you know what I'm saying, and then coming back, you know what I'm saying, to the free world, you know what I'm saying, to the world changing, you know what I'm saying, before your eyes, you know. And another thing that I noticed too, man, I definitely didn't travel as much as I did in 2023 and 2024. You know what I'm saying? I think I only went to where I go. I went to Bryan, Texas. I went to Dallas to interview Caddy Customs. I went to Austin a couple times, you know what I'm saying? Austin is always, you know what I'm saying, love. Every time I go to Austin, I always be like, it be a whole bunch of stuff I got to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I always come down there on the day where the whole city lit, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be running around like a chicken with my head cut off when I'm in Austin, you know what I'm saying? But Austin, I always show love to go out to Austin, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, being in Houston, you know, we always see like kind of like damn near like the same cars, you know what I'm saying? You always see the same people, you know everybody, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, you know, you kind of get tired of seeing the same stuff. So I love traveling, you know what I'm saying, and see what other cities, you know what I'm saying, got going on. Like Austin. Austin is one of them, you know what I'm saying? When I'm always see a car that I might not see in Houston, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple cars that I done seen in Austin that I ain't never seen them cars nowhere else, you know, done up in Houston or nothing like that. You feel me? Bryan, Texas, you know what I'm saying? Bryan, Texas was another town that I had went to that had so much history, and it was crazy when I did that interview as I'm talking to him, you know what I'm saying? And there was other people behind the camera too, you know what I'm saying, that I was talking to and whatnot. Man, Bryan, Texas got so much history in the slab game, and it's crazy because you never really hear nothing about it, but when I'm sitting there doing the interview and they talking about all these names that, you know, I might know, you know what I'm saying? Just being from Homestead and they knowing all these people, and they, you know, they swap, you know, wheels with them, you know what I'm saying? Swap seats, you know what I'm saying? You know, just was in the mix too with Homestead and Rosewood and what they had going on. So I thought that was pretty cool doing Bryan, Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, I didn't know Don, you know what I'm saying, was from Bryan, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of history out there in Bryan, Texas, you know. I definitely want to go back, and they got some hell of a cars out there. I think they got a cab coming. I think somebody got a cab coming out probably 2025, you feel me? Man, you got Carzilla with that Fleetwood, you know what I'm saying? It's some bad cars out there. It's some knock out there too, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I went there maybe twice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went there twice to do 2 interviews, you know what I'm saying? Every time I pulled up, man, they had some cars out there. They was gonna pull up, you know what I'm saying, and have it knocking. And then, man, I went to Dallas, you know what I'm saying, and interviewed Caddy Custom, you know what I'm saying, Lil Caddy. And man, when I walked up in that shop, man, they had so many cars up there that just wasn't just slabs, you know what I'm saying? They had like right now I'm sitting in front of my daddy Mustang, you know what I'm saying, 65 Mustang, man. They had Mustangs up there, Monte Carlos, you know what I'm saying, El Caminos, man. There was cars up there that was like fabric work done, you know what I'm saying, metal work done to it, that chop tops, you know what I'm saying, a low at the top on there, you know what I'm saying. It was some real cars up there, and man, it definitely was like for sure half a meal worth of cars, you know what I'm saying, just old school cars that was up in that shop, you feel me? And they do some hell of a work over there, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, like I said, I popped up on them. I ain't even really just, you know, playing the interview, you know what I'm saying? I always seen them on Instagram, and I was just like, hey, man, one of these days I'm going to drive out there and we're going to do an interview. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it was. But, man, there's still some cities that I definitely want to hit. I still want to hit Galveston. I still want to hit Beaumont for sure. Beaumont, man, I want to hit, I think Opelousas got a whole bunch of cars out there too, you know what I'm saying? I want to hit Lafayette up, you know, all the little small towns like in the west part of, you know, Louisiana. I want to hit everywhere up, you know what I'm saying? East Texas, you know what I'm saying? Lufkin, Nacogdoches, Tyler, you feel me? I want to hit all the cities, you know what I'm saying? In 2025. Another thing that I started in 2024 was the Slab History 101. It seemed like a lot of y'all rocking with it, you know what I'm saying? It'd be harder for me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm got to do my research, you know what I'm saying, before I get up there and talk, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be having to call a couple people. But, man, the Slab History 101s, they real fun, just me doing my research and diving into finding, you know what I'm saying, a car or a person, you know what I'm saying, do my research on a car, like literally going on there, researching the car, seeing how many of the cars was made, how was it made, where was it made at, you know what I'm saying, how many was made in this year and this year, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the research and that be fun. The research and doing the actual people, them be cool too. Man, and I think too, in 2024, it was a lot more shit talking, you know what I'm saying, on the interviews. You had Pooh Bear with the surviving Pooh Bear. I think that was like in March or something like that at the beginning of the year. You had Pooh Bear with the surviving Pooh Bear, you know what I'm saying, coming through with the the Rudy and the Albert, you know what I'm saying, in the trunk, man. So that was a viral moment, you know what I'm saying. You had Mike with the beat contest, you know what I'm saying. That was another viral moment on the channel. coming through on the interview, topping the top on the Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? That was a real viral interview. The behind the scenes, I think that one got like 82,000 views. But man, out of all the interviews that I probably did this year, I'd probably say, man, that Pooh Bell surviving Pooh Bell interview, that was hilarious doing that. The little behind the scene moments, you know what I'm saying, with Mike, you know, talking this shit, you know what I'm saying, at the block parties, or talking with Larry Bailey, you know what I'm saying. That was another viral moment, you know what I'm saying. That was hilarious seeing Larry and Mike go at it, you know what I'm saying. I think we was on Cullen that day, I think. That was a real viral moment, you know what I'm saying? It real hilarious, you know what I'm saying? The boys came down to Austin because it was like a back and forth. I went down to Austin, I did an interview with all of them, and Larry Bailey was on there, you know what I'm saying, talking about the red that went viral, man. And you had him talking about the trunk situation, the contest situation, and the next week, they pull up to the block party, you know what I'm saying, to see Mike on the Mike. I catch Mike, he talking shit, you know what I'm saying. So it was a couple viral moments, you know what I'm saying, on the channel are very memorable. And I could be still thinking about a whole bunch of other viral moments or good moments that for the channel that everybody gonna remember. Like I said, I'm talking about episode 103 to like 253. So I can't even think of all the videos I did so far, you feel me? But I will say one of the more recent ones is kind of like one of my favorite ones right now, doing OG Slab Killers, you know what I'm saying? The OGs, you know what I'm saying? The old cats, you know, they got the Monte Carlos, you know what I'm saying? The Regals, you know what I'm saying? Doing that interview was real cool because it was almost like, you know what I'm saying, they riding right now, you know what I'm saying, they old cats riding right now, but they still gonna keep it true and play it to, you know, what they came up under, you know what I'm saying. So doing that interview recently was real live, you know what I'm saying. Then for Pee Wee to pull up, you know what I'm saying, he pulled up right there and they was already like, man, come on, get in this. I ain't think he was gonna pull up. He really caught me off guard. So it was like a skeet taste to an interview. That really wasn't a real Pee Wee interview, you know what I'm saying. He just pulled up and everything I was asking was really off the dome. I was really just asking questions, you know what I'm saying? Like, just questions I always want to ask him if I ever met him, you feel me? So that's definitely one of my favorite ones. Like I said, Keith Babin, one of my favorite ones. Uh, Pooh Bell, definitely one of my favorite interviews from 2024. Seeing Mike and Larry going at it on Cullen, that was hilarious. And like I say, man, y'all drop it in the comment box below what y'all think was the most memorable moment of SlabOgsTv in 2024. You feel me? Another memorable moment was, well, not, I ain't gonna say memorable moment, but more touching moment to me, when I did the Slab History 101 on my boy Quincy, you know what I'm saying, R.I.P. Quincy. It was a couple conversations that we had, you know what I'm saying, in text. And, you know, he was doing the voice messages, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when he passed away, you know, I was just going back listening to it. And I was like, man, we could definitely do something with this, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking in my head, hopefully, you know, everybody kind of took it the right way. I was thinking in my head, kind of doing it like the last conversation, you know what I'm saying, with my boy. You know, we talking about these cars, and it was a real memorable moment for me, you know what I'm saying, special moment for me doing the interview, doing that video, because it was damn near like I was having a conversation, you know what I'm saying, with him, you know what I'm saying. Uh, so that was one of my favorite behind the scenes Slab History 101 Monday ones, you know what I'm saying. What else? What else happened in 2024? Oh yeah, like I said, working on my car, you know. I've been having that car for a minute, but 2024 was when I really started working on it and I started putting it out on the channel, you know what I'm saying. Before I really wasn't putting it out on the channel, you know what I'm saying, what I was doing. I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying, this year dealing with that car, man. Patience, boy, you gotta have patience dealing with this slab, man. Cause I really could have been done, you know what I'm saying? But like we always talk about with these shops, they slow you down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, like I said, I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I thought I knew. It's a lot of stuff I thought I knew until I put that car together, you know what I'm saying? Really took it to these different shops and really put it together. Cause at first in my head, I think I just had in my head like a color, insides, you know what I'm saying? Maybe what my trunk might say, or maybe what I might have in the trunk, you know what I'm saying? That's all I really had. I wasn't thinking about moldings and getting stuff re-chromed. I really wasn't thinking that far into it, you know what I'm saying? So when I actually got the car, back to the house, you know what I'm saying, and really started working on it again, that's when all that started coming with it. I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be kind of closer to Christmas, but it's all right though, you know what I'm saying? Summertime for sure, you know what I'm saying? And another thing too, I gotta say about 2024, I don't know if it's because of my channel or just because of all the different channels and platforms that's in the slab game right now. But man, that competition right now, man, that competition going up in the slab game. And like I said, I don't know if it's because, you know, it's a lot of people coming on the interviews and now you got more people critiquing, you know what I'm saying? You got Facebook, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the Woodwheel Workers Facebook group, man. So it's a lot more criticism when you pull your car, you know what I'm saying? I think back in the day, you might hear, you know what I'm saying? You might pull your car. I'm just assuming, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you might pull your car and then you might hear some stuff throughout the streets, you know what I'm saying? But if you pull your car out now and it ain't right, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere on social media. So I think a lot of people nowadays is really starting to go back and say, okay, I'm finna really do this car right. Cause now it's like we getting on music videos, we getting on interviews, you got people with drones, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure your top right, your sunroof right, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that just coming together 2025 really that's gonna be really, you know what I'm saying, holding. And I like to think that SlabOgsTv helped with the conception that people had to where we gotta get our cars right, you know what I'm saying, and really come correct. MLK Day finna come up in probably like 4 weeks. Man, y'all be out there. I promise you, it's gonna be some cars out there. I know it's gonna be a show. It's so gonna be a show. I think they supposed to be doing the trunk wars out there, somewhere over there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in with D-Time and Woodwheel Workers. But yeah, man, it's a lot more competition coming. So, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to really talk about, man. 2024, y'all drop in the comment box y'all favorite interview of 2024, y'all most memorable moment of 2024 with SlabOgsTv. You know, what card did y'all anticipate to come out, you know what I'm saying, 2024? Who is it that I still haven't done on the interview that y'all would like me to see, you know, do on the interview? Yeah, man. Like I always say, every Monday, every Friday, I'm always drop something, man. I got a lot more merchandise coming in 2025. I got a lot more things coming in 2025. I just ain't gonna post it out there because I don't want to spoil it, you know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying? I got a website coming soon. So January 1st when I'm dropping the website, more apparel, more merch, you know what I'm saying? A lot more videos. I got a whole bunch of camera equipment. I know that on some of them interviews, the sound was messing up. Hey man, we got it right. We're getting it right. You know what I'm saying? So 2025, we're gonna get all this right. We're gonna come together, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and I've been saying it for a minute. We're gonna do a block party too, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a block party one day. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Y'all drop y'all comments in the comment box below. Subscribe, like, you know what I'm saying, all that. Follow me on Instagram. It's Lil WB, SlabOgsTv. We out.